This is something we need to pay attention to, and admittedly, it's something that I have been ignorant of. It doesn't help that it's buried at the bottom of every news site. But for those of you who've been as ignorant as I have, and like me, don't see the people who are talking about this in their feed regularly, here's an amateur summary of what's going on in Sudan. We're talking about one of the worst genocides of the 21st century. Now, Sudan's been in turmoil for decades. There are deep divides between the central government and regions like Darfur, where non-Arab groups have been long marginalized. In the early 2000s, the government sent what were called Janjaweed militias into Darfur to crush the rebellion. They burned villages, raped women, and murdered hundreds of thousands. Later, this genocidal force did a rebrand and are now the Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF. Now, the official army is the Sudanese Armed Forces, the SAF. And because of the RSF's brutality, there's been a growing divide between them and the SAF. But there's also what I think is the primary motivation, and that's gold and mineral rights. The United Arab Emirates, the UAE, happens to get a lot of their wealth from there. And they have been funding the RSF and providing them with weapons. They've been accused of sending Chinese drones and weapons through Chad, and UN investigators have found British-made military gear, likely also from the UAE. Now, in April of 2023, the power struggle between the SAF and the RSF blew up into full-scale war. Their cities were immediately turned into battle zones. Since then, 14 million people plus, likely, have been displaced, and at least 150,000 people are dead. There are widespread food shortages and famine. This October specifically, things have just been horrific. The RSF captured North Darfur, and they started unleashing mass atrocities. People, children being killed in hospitals, public executions, looting, and what are called kill boxes. This was a term that was started by who else but the United States of America. And it's a designated area where the military is authorized to attack without additional clearance. And so the RSF has used this to unleash hell, trapping civilians in buildings and executing all of them. Humanitarian aid is not getting in, and the world is doing nothing. What a shock. Another genocidal nation that the U.S. provides support for. Just like the children of Palestine, the children of Sudan deserve our attention.